Hello, everyone. I was just trying to get everything up. Give me a minute to there we go. I couldn't get my page up on my iPad. I have it up on my computer. I should be live. I'll redo it. Okay, it says I'm live. So now I can get it up. How is everybody today? I hope everybody's having a good day. Perfect day for crafting. It is raining here, and it's going to rain all day long, sometimes heavy. Oh, I forgot to close my blinds. Hold on. I've got a glare on my glasses. There we go. Much better. Supposed to rain today, sometimes hard, so perfect day for crafting and having some fun. Let's see. Ezzy. The little pistol is jumping all over things now. She jumps up on my bed. She jumps up on the guest bed. She jumps up wherever she wants. She's jumping on the couch now, which was not a problem. Hey, Kim, I do allow her on the furniture, so I'm not worried about that. But it was like, holy cow. I had a great visit with my friend, but poor Ezzy, when she left all day long yesterday, and even this morning, she's like, she goes back to the guest room looking for her and walking through the house, and then she doesn't find her and goes on and does something else. But it's like, where'd she go? Where'd she go? But we had a great time. We spent all day Thursday sightseeing. We went downtown and walked around. We went down to the beach, walked on the beach. It wasn't too bad. I had a long sleeve shirt and a sweater on, and I was comfortable. So it's one of those things. The weather is going to be crazy from now until a while. And, you know, I know it's like 60s, and then it'll drop down to 50s for one day, and then it's back up to 70. So typical New Bern weather. But we had a great time. I was sad to see her go. She came for a quick trip. It was just for her to kind of get her feet wet with traveling by herself and all. But we had fun. I did nothing yesterday. Nothing. I just was not happy she had left. I knew she had to, but I wasn't happy she left. It was that the trip wasn't longer. And I'll be honest, I have not been inspired by a lot out there. So I haven't done anything. I have some things to do today, so whether I'm inspired or not, I'm going to get them done. I've got to do one more card for a commitment. I need to make my cards for next month's April. Yes, for April's class. So I've got to get going on those. So I've got things I've got to get done. So it's like, I want to put the nose down today and get them done. Other than that, that's it. Nothing amazing, spectacular going on. I've talked to Jess. Zoe doesn't want to come down. She wants to be home for her birthday. So I don't know what she's going to do. And Jess even said, well, Mom, if you take Remy, we'll meet halfway and we'll see what happens. But if she doesn't want to come, I understand. So she's getting to that age. She'll be 13. So I don't even know how much longer she's going to come down and spend a week with me in the summer. She says she likes it because I get whatever dessert they want. They have dessert every night. We just have fun. So we'll see what happens this summer. Okay, my idea today is one I saw online in the Paper Pumpkin fan group. And I went, oh, that's a cute idea. So I thought, this is a simple way to make a card and use up some of your cardstock scraps. I've shown you how to use your DSP, but now I'm going to show you how to use your cardstocks. So with that, Oh, I'll have to watch that, Kim. I haven't watched her in a while. Hers comes up, and I'm way behind on watching hers, so I just need to take some time and do it. I don't sit and watch much. Sometimes I'll turn it on and do some other things. All right, give me a minute. If you get dizzy, close your eyes. Don't open until I say so, because I'm going to flip the camera. Okay, here we go. And the thing is probably going to scream at me. Give me a minute. All right, I got to pull it up just a little. I want more of my work area showing. See, it's already said the live video has ended just with the switch. All right, you can open your eyes now. All right, I got to restart it. And then I have to go back because I can't see my comments. I don't know why it does that, but it does. So, okay, there we go. All right, yeah, I know I keep going. It's just I don't know why it does that. All right, I'm going to adjust it just a little bit more. I'll try and watch nope, wrong way. I'm looking at it in my no. Oh, I had it straight and moved it. All right, a little bit more. All right, I'm going to leave it there because it's doing funky things. Okay, so let's get started. I have 3 different sets, so I'm going to show you 3 different ideas. Let's start with a masculine idea. And I have, my card bases are all going to be white. I chose to use the darker color of the 3 colors of strips that I have as my panel. And this is like 3.5 by 4 3/4, I think it is. That's going to go on the front of there. My white piece is 3 3/8 by 4 5/8. All right, and the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to start with my 3 colors, and I have a light, a medium, and a dark. This is soft seafoam, granny apple green, and garden green. Whatever color you choose, your background is one of those, so that it kind of goes with it, so to speak. All right, first thing we're going to do is I have to decide. I think I'm going to go from darkest to lightest. These are just strips. They're 1/2 inch. Great way to use those pieces that you cut off when you're cutting down your cardstock for your layer. And I'm going to add some glue to it. Get rid of the... Okay. I'm just kind of guessing here. And I'm going to put this kind of to the bottom. All right, let me move this over because I want it straight. So there. So there's that one. The next one is the next lightest. So I'm going to add that one. And some of them, they could be a little bit bigger. You butt it up against it, but I don't worry about it because I'm cutting it off. All right, and then this one gets butted up against it like so. All right, now I got to have my towel because I know I'm going to get glue on there, and I did. All right, I'm going to take, and I'm going to follow this down, and I'm going to cut these pieces off. I got another bit of glue. All right, so there's the panel that I have. The next thing I'm going to do is I went through my stamps. This is a great way to mass produce cards. You can do a bunch I mean, you can cut a bunch of half-inch strips and leave your paper long and go from there, but if you got them left over, go for it. I pulled in Nature's Prince, and that's why I'm using the green, and I'm using this ginkgo leaf. I love that leaf. And I'm going to use black. I know. I just decided to use the black on this. I may use a color on the others. I was going to use black on all of them, but I wanted it to show up. And then you're just basically going to stamp it. And I'm going to rock it slightly. Oh, I rocked it wrong. Pooh, I got that on there. And this is messed up. I might do the next one different. I usually take my pen and fill it in, but I'll try it and see, but I think it's going to be hard. Let me see. See, I don't have the, you can fill in the pieces, but I don't have that spongy thing in there, and I might have to do something with it. I am so mad about that, though. Oh, well, I rocked it to get it close to here, and it still didn't work down here because I didn't rock this end. All right, so this is going to go on here, and I could probably put a sentiment there, but I don't know what sentiment I'm going to use, so I will leave it and add my sentiment later. All right, I keep putting my pin back in my glue. When you're gone a long time and you don't use your supplies, they have a tendency to clog up. All right, so there's that. All right, so I've got that. Now let me fold and burnish my card base. This is a single layer. You can pop it up if you want. I'm finding I'm doing more and more single layer cards because I don't want to pay the extra postage. So, and I will probably add a sentiment. And I have some small daubers that I might be able to bring in to add some there. So there's the first idea, okay? And again, if you got, I've got some small detail daubers I'll probably put in just to kind of fill it in, not a lot, just so it doesn't look so bare. I'm going to put my sentiment there to hide that. All right, so there's card 1. All right, for card 2, I'm going to move this out of the way. I decided to use Dainty Details, and I'm using this image here, and I'm going to do it in pinks. So let me pull this, and I'm going to try something. I'm going to try something with this. All right. I'm going to, let's see if this is a better idea. I'm going to take my, and I think I'm going to stamp this in Calypso. No, this is Petal Pink. That's going to be too light. It's not going to show up. And that's Flirty Flamingo. And that's Real Red. Let's try the Real Red. I don't know what it's going to look like, but hey, you know, go for it. All right, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take and I'm going to ink this up, all right? And I'm going to use this as a guide as to where to stamp. I'm going to stamp it right about there. All right, then I'm going to take, and I'm going to take a piece of paper, and this is where you have to be really good. You can put temporary adhesive if you want on the back, which I think I might do because with my luck it'll move. and then I'll be in trouble. So temporary adhesive, and I'm going to put them in a row. All right. And you know what? I'm going to make all of these even on the side. I think it'll be easier. All right, so I've got them in a row, all stuck down temporarily. Now I'm going to ink this up, and I'm going to stamp it on here, like so. And this way, I don't have to worry about the pieces that didn't get stamped. All right, I'm going to move this aside and bring this back in. Now, I'm going to take this, I'm going to wave it a little bit. My red is really juicy, and I'm going to add some glue. All right, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to match this up as close as I can get it. Well, there it is, but I've got to slide it. I shouldn't have gone as close. All right, so there's that. I should have gone over a little bit. This piece goes, well, you know, it really doesn't matter. Let me move it over. It doesn't really matter because it doesn't have to match up there. It has to match up here. There it goes. Oh, did I put glue on there? No, I didn't. My suggestion, stamp it in the middle. I wasn't going to, but I think it would be better if you do. All right. Nope. Well, I thought this would be a better way to do it, but I'm not certain it is. No, it's not. Okay, well, I thought it would work. It doesn't. But live and learn. What does it say? You have to make it, by the third time you make it, it's perfect. But, you know, you're not going to notice that it's off a little. I will go back to the original way for the last one, because then I know it's matched up. All right. I make the mistakes so you don't have to. I mean, it's a cute idea, but you have to, maybe my images are too detailed. Maybe a simpler idea would be better. Who knows? We'll find out on the last one how it works. All right. It is a cute idea if you can get it to work out. Did I add glue to that? No, I didn't add glue to that one either. See? I had the temporary glue down, but not the permanent. All right, now I got to get this back on here. And see, it's not matched up. I got a flower over there. That one is not a good. So that's what not to do. But there's number 2. All right, let's go to number 3. And for this one, I am using Pretty Peacock. This is Coastal Cabana, and this is Pool Party. So I'm going to go back to the first way and see if I can figure out what to do. All right, so I'm going to add some glue. Oops, I need the dark one on the bottom. No, you know what? I'm going to mix this one up. I'm going to go I'm going to put this one in the middle. All right, got to get it on there straight. Okay, it's close. All right, then I'm going to put the Coastal Cabana on the bottom. I need to refill my glue bottle. And my Pretty Peacock on the top. I'm not going to do that yet because I'm going to use it again. All right. And I'm going to cut this off. And now time to stamp. And I'm going to stamp this one with Pretty Peacock. Oh, here it is. I was going to say, my Pretty Peacock's not on my holder. All right. This time I pulled in this pretty little sprig tree, whatever you're calling it, whatever you call it, from Happy Hedgehogs. So 3 different sets, 3 different ideas. All right. Now I'm going to hope that I get this on here and then it's I'm going to press down there. All right, it's off a little, but I think what I can do, I'm going to pull in my picture so I can see. I'm going to grab my marker. I have to grab both because I don't know which one has a tip that's going to work. All right, I got that one. Ooh, yes. Ooh, this is a flower. Darn. Not the best. And then this is the leaf. And then I've got a flower here. Close enough. All right, so this one was a little better. Oh, the Stamparatus. I don't have a Stamparatus, Kim. I have a Misty. But I still don't think it would get it close in there. See, that's the key. Is it's got to be continuous. Whereas with this one, that's why I drew in the pieces, because there was big gaps. So anyway, good idea. There must be, oh, I'm running out of glue. I gotta fill it. I gotta order more. I've used up quite a bit. All right, let me put this on. Oh, I put the back on that pin in. I spent all that time putting that pin in, and I got to take it off again. All right, I'm going to move this over so I can really see this. It's kind of dark on the black. So I can get it lined up. There we go. There. See, Kim, I don't know if the Stamparatus would work, because it's, unless you used it to do the strips, because of the fact that it's got to match up. And see, that's what it does when you stamp it regular. Oops. So, might be something to play with, but it is a good idea. And it makes cute cards. The one I saw had a simple image. It was just like it was a door. So, but there you go. I was like, I put that one together wrong, but I didn't. There's the 3 ideas. I like the strips. I just have to figure out how to make it work so that it matches up better. This one was not a good idea. Not a good idea. But I'm thinking if you use the Stamparatus and had long strips, you could put them in and stamp it. I don't know. I have to play with it. So I'm open to ideas. Yeah, the positioning would be straight, but the key here is, and I'll pull this one up. You can barely see, it doesn't go all the way to the strip. There's space there missing. So that's the problem. So I think what you have to do is maybe stamp it on the white cardstock, stamp it on a scrap piece of paper, put your strips in there where you want them, and have them longer than they need to be, and stamp it. And then you can put it on here and cut it. I think that might work. But that's a lot of steps. And so it'll be interesting to see if anybody else comes up with a better idea or plays with it, you know. So, but there you go. There's today's idea, a quick idea, great way to use your cardstock strips. Like I said, I've shown how to use strips of DSP on cards, but we all have those 1/2-inch pieces that we cut off. When you cut your 8.5 by 11 down to 5 1/4 by 4, you usually have a 1/2-inch strip left, and they are perfect for this idea. So just kind of play with it and see what happens and go from there. But I hope it gave you at least, or inspired you with some ideas, and you can give it a try. And I used 3 different inks. I could have used the green on this. Oh, thanks, Kim, and thanks for your suggestions too. And I just used the darker red there and the dark there. So you can see how you don't have to use the black, but you see what it would look like with the black. And like I said, I'm going to find a sentiment that I stamp right there or something there to hide that. And I'll pull out my little blending brushes and fill that in some so it's not as noticeable, so to speak. Okay, I'm going to get ready and flip this around. So if you get dizzy, close your eyes. And I'm quite certain my laptop is going to disconnect. All right, let me go for it and see. I don't know why it does it. Hold on. I got it in the holder. Okay. There. Now let's see how long my laptop goes before it disconnects. And maybe it won't. Maybe it's just the flip down. I don't know why. All I'm doing is taking my phone from this position and going down. And then when I come up, I go like that. I wished I could do it without having to take it out of the holder. But if I do that, then the only way I can see what's going on is on my laptop. So I think it's something I'm going to have to play with and see. Of course, I don't know. The laptop still may say, oh, this live video has ended. Facebook is getting really picky lately. Several people have talked about, they're really upset with it. And it is what it is. They're trying to protect us. But people, they won't allow streaming now. So I used to stream in with Zoom, which wasn't a problem because I didn't have to do all of this. Well, they're not even allowing streaming now. So, maybe Facebook will come out with their own way to stream. Who knows? They don't want you going off of their platform. And most people use the streaming because they can stream in Facebook and YouTube at the same time. And that's what they're upset about. They don't want that. All right, I'm going to get ready. And go do something. I'm not certain what I'm going to do. Like I said, I've got cards I've got to make, so I may just grab my stuff and go downstairs because Ezzy's downstairs. She has chewed a hole in both of her beds. So I'm going to try stitching it closed, but I know she'll keep going at it and it'll break. So it's like, maybe I just need to go to like Five Below, buy the $5 beds, and when she chews it up, pitch it and get a new one. I don't know, because I spent a lot of money on those beds. She's still chewing an awful lot. And I think this is her MO for the next 2 years. We'll see. All right, guys, have a great day. Take advantage of the rain and be creative inside. You know, read a book. Whatever you feel like doing, do it. Just relax and enjoy it. I will be back in the customer group Monday night, YouTube Wednesday at noon, and back here next Saturday. I'm not going anywhere for a while. I will be gone the 23rd, that Saturday, so I won't be live that day. So have a great weekend, guys. Bye.